Guys, what's going on? Welcome to the suite here at San Diego Comic-Con. They haven't even caught on yet.
Hey, sorry.
What's going on? We've started. It's off. Started? We just wanted. We're like a podcast now. We're just gonna start. No introductions, anything like that. Talamasca, it looks awesome. Hi guys, how are you?
Very good.
No, I am very excited for it. I've loved Interview with the Vampire and I've loved Mayfair Witches. So both of which are based on Anne Rice novels. But I would love to know, how is Talamasca different exactly?
Come on. Sounds like a John Lee if I ever heard one. Wow. It is different. All three under the same tent, in the same world, but each unique. And the Talamasca is an organization that Anne Rice mentioned in books, but there was no book specific to it, so that we had a lot of runway to do kind of what we wanted to do with it based on her ideas about it and several characters that she had created and things like that. So we kind of have our own world, but the other worlds exist alongside. Yeah,
and I think that you if you are an Anne Rice fan and you've seen the other shows, like, it's the show for you, but also you don't have to be the biggest fan in order to like have access to the show and appreciate it. It's its own thing, but it totally rhymes and intersects with. Now,
did you guys find that more challenging to adapt something that didn't have the source material, or was it more freeing in a way?
I mean, it was nice to have the support of Anne Rice having created and given it a name and several characters. But for me, I mean, Mark can speak to it as well, but for me, I found it kind of great to be able to just create what she hadn't yet created.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it was very liberating, and it is also great to know that you have this. She's got a whole canon of stuff that you can always go back to, and that we can draw. And having Roland Jones, who created Interview with the Vampire, his wealth of knowledge, all the work that those guys did to get us all to where we are today, was incredible. But yeah, it was nice to have the freedom to be like, we're not hemmed in by this plot point or this character. We can kind of go our own way.
Now, I want to speak to the cast about that as well. Do you guys find it easier when there is no source material that you have to go to? Like, was the script all that you needed, or did you guys still just dive in, do all your homework, just pound down some Anne Rice with some espresso? Yeah.
I actually started reading Anne Rice after filming.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. Sometimes when you film something and you read the source material, the script is different, and so you get kind of lost. And so I when filming, I preferred just speaking to you guys and figuring out, based off what you guys were saying, what the world was. And the character that I'm playing, doesn't appear in the books. Well, none of our characters appear in the books. So yeah. But I have since read some Anne Rice, and it's so good.
I think it's kind of, it is very liberating for all of us, because I've been in projects before where it's kind of based on sort of real characters or kind of characters that are inside books, and that can be quite difficult for the train spotters who really love those books to watch it. They'll kind of pick apart some certain things. But we were given that kind of license from these two and the characters that they've kind of created to add whatever we wanted to it. And it was really, really fun, really exciting. And it's an incredibly exciting project. And the characters are really real and very octagonal, lots of different sides to all of them.
Octagonal.
Come
great
on.
Word.
Wow.
What a great word.
You're not going to start pulling out those words, are you? He did this on set, too.
Take this back.
Somebody's got a word of the day calendar over here. They're working it in. What about you, Mason?
Yeah, definitely. I think what's exciting for me about it being new characters is you don't know what's coming next. You get the scripts as you're shooting, so you have no idea what's around the corner. So we're living in the excitement of discovery, just like you guys are, and it keeps it very alive, all the interactions between the characters.
Now, William, you've played lots of enigmatic. Is that did I say it right? Yeah.
This is sad. Now you're checking in with him,
bro. I'm so tired right now. But you've played a lot of mysterious characters, cool characters, all different types. What is it about Jasper that really attracted you to the role? Where because you're pretty creepy in this.
I think misunderstood is the word.
Misunderstood. Oh, sorry. That's
No, but I have to tell you, going back to your question before about like what was attractive, I read the first 2 episodes, and then before I met these gentlemen, and then watched the first 2 seasons of Interview, and And it made me appreciate even more what the first 2 episodes of this was, because it was so different. But then again, in the world, like you said, kind of the rhythm's the same or the same sort of elements that are spooky and cool, but totally different. And I knew from the beginning that we were walking down our own path, which was really great.
Now, the Talamasca has been mentioned a little bit in Interview with the Vampire and then directly, in Mayfair Witches. So I want to know, is there any chance that we're going to see maybe some crossover from those 2 shows in Talamasca?
There is, yeah. I think if you're a sharp-eyed Anne Rice fan, there's definitely going to be a few characters that show up from that world. With the Talamasca itself, I think I actually wrote an episode of Mayfair, and that version of the Talamasca, is very American. It's in New Orleans. Not to say that we'll never go there. In our first season, we are in New York and London, so it's a little bit more international. But I think it's just it was fun to have that little glimpse in Mayfair, to see the Talamasca, and then to now explode it kind of out into its own world for this show.
For Maisie, since we're Comicbook.com, I have to bring this up. Most of our audience knows you best from Legends of Tomorrow, which had its own relationship with magic and the supernatural. So I want to know, is there anything about the 2 shows that you found similar that maybe you didn't expect?
I think in terms of similarities, it's just how the root of everything is humanity, right? You can be as fantastical and as wild and as supernatural as you want, but it all comes back to very raw human feelings and emotions of feeling lost, of having a mother wound, of wanting to be accepted and desires to have power. And so that's the common theme, I think, in all of these. What I love about this show, about Talamasca, is that it's a gritty spy drama.
Yeah.
It's not, I wouldn't describe it as purely a supernatural show. It's that, to me, first and foremost. We just happen to have witches and vampires in it. And I think that makes it so much more exciting to me.
If I didn't know anything about it, as soon as you said spy thriller with witches and vampires, I'm like, in, totally in. Last question for you guys is, assuming the audience turns up for this and Anne Rice fans love it, do you guys already have a second season kind of kicking around, or is that thought even creeped into your minds yet, or you're just like, let's just wait and temper our expectations?
No, are you kidding? I mean, we obviously we hope for more and more and more seasons, but Mark and I just, even when we were shooting the first one, we were every day we'd go, wouldn't it be cool if? So we just spent 3 hours yesterday just pounding through possible ideas and great fun stuff, and it's really exciting.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Like in post, we've just every 10-15 minutes that we get, between one thing or another, John and I have been talking about stuff. And these guys too, they talk to us all the time about what things their characters could do in season 2. I think we were all just we had so much story and so many possibilities that we didn't get to explore in a season 1, and that's just a real gift to be in as a storyteller, just to know that you can just pick up from where you left off and have the momentum that you had as you exited season 1.
But there's a testament to this crew, especially as building that kind of family of collaborators, which was really evident from the start. You even were working a bit with John Lee at times.
I loved it. It's so refreshing to be able to dive in and talk about these characters as real people. We're really discovering them. It's almost like we're having a therapy session about each of our characters, with Mark and John Lee, and it's such a beautiful experience.
Well, on that subject, what do you think your characters could do in season 2? I'm just kidding. All right, that's the end of the interview. Thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to watch the rest of the show. Thank you.
Thanks,
Chris.
Thanks, man.